Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Third down coming up.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete to the right. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones.
Snap to the up end. It's a fake. Fighting off the defender. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the 1st down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, set the tone. They get stopped on 3rd down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Using his legs, it's Green. Good, solid tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do.
He's loose on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Good timing on the quick out. There he goes! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got enough for the first down and once more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this guy's a playmaker. He does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield. So when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field, and then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if this squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. They go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's Estrada. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a 1st down.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Touchdown, Colorado! Great job by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far into the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in here and got the long touchdown.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lawson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Hawkins. Dances away to buy time. Throwing right. Finds his man. It's Lott. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Lott. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires left. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sooner!
It's so nice as a quarterback quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Estrada. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One final play before the end of the quarter. Again, they get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. Got a man, it's Gibson. Turning it on! They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. At the 45 on its way. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. On the run, it's Green. Gets it past the marker. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
And the Buffaloes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quick completion on the out route. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Touchdown, Bucks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To throw on first down off the play fake. Unleashes it on the run. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Webster. And they're not on the same page there. Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He takes the handoff. It's Green.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback making checks. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Using the quick game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Trying to get the corner. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because the body blow effect.
How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
To the air on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. And he launches in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners!
That touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Estrada. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the back. calls his own number. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Pressure coming. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Slams ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The option look. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. They'll start this third quarter with a run. forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. The Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Here's the pressure. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Finds a little space. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Caught over the middle. It's Lott.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
It's a draw. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Direct snap. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown Sooners. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Estrada. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Under fire. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. Inside the 30.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Fires to the right. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Gets it out quickly. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
On the option. Finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Estrada. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the two-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. Coming out with it, it's Lawson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
It's a draw. Got a little space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Looking to scramble. Oh, he's going to pass it. It's incomplete. Trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be third down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Snagged out of the air. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Looking downfield, it's Webster. Under fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
He'll pull it down and run. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out the line. Inside. Touchdown Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's to Strata. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that play.
The Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Buffaloes in the hurry up.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch inside the 25. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just keep slinging it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with... And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
On the direct snap, it's Green. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They forced ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Southern Miss. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Working that left side now. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Turning it on! He's had a day, 103 yards rushing in this game, and he's almost certain to reach the 1,500-yard mark for the season. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Big fullback's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers. And then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Using his legs to buy some time. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
He'll bring it out. It's Estrada. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Gonna look downfield again. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Keeps looking downfield. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. He wants to throw it. And wings it incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.